Shawn Andrich here, joined by Sean Sands.
Hello.
And we are with GamersWithJobs.com, of course, and today we're going to be looking at Heart of the Swarm, and I feel it's really important to point out here, as the game is loading, I'm generally accepted to be really good at video games.
You are. You're terrific
you know,
at them.
when they announced the PS4 and that you'd be able to have friends watch your game stream, and you would be able to have them jump in and help you play a mission. Everybody's like, oh, I'm going to get Sean to help me finish the last boss, and it was a big thing. I just want to kind of have that credential out of the way up front.
Sure. Now,
yeah.
So I feel like that's fair to point out here. I've been playing the game a little bit recently because I know you're really good at video games, and I wanted to be fully prepared for whatever you were wanting to throw at me. For example,
the onslaught. The onslaught.
So let's look at your base real quick. You rallied your guys to a point right next to the energy crystals, so they're like faking me out here. See how they're not mining anything?
Yeah. No. Those are supervisors. They're actually looking over the other ones.
Okay.
It's not a great bureaucracy because I have 4 workers and then 4 people supervising them. I've got one guy building a building so we could have more supervisors, so I feel like I'm on the right track.
Now, I want you to notice here, because you were asking me, you were concerned, in a minute you'll see, if you look down, I'm sending a probe to come check out your base, see how you're doing, really just get the lay of the land. And I'm going to point out to you in a minute that these supervisors, I think you have too many, and I feel like that was helpful because you were complaining when we were actually in the game, like, why have you brought this person to spy on me? But he helped you.
It's true. He came in there. He was like an outside consultant coming in. He's coming in and he's like, oh hey, I've just the men upstairs sent me and they wanted me to make sure everything's running efficiently, and I can't help but notice you have certain people who aren't doing anything. Now, to be fair. You pointed like when you came in, we'd already kind of adjusted a little bit, at least. Like I had at least had some more guys going. One of the interesting things about Heart of the Swarm that I do like is that actually it says workers 7 out of 24. So it's actually like you explained to me, because you played a lot of multiplayer in the original Starcraft 2.
Yeah,
you've been playing Heart of the Swarm multiplayer. I have not. I played very little multiplayer.
Here's the moment.
2.
You can almost hear this probe going, hey.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell since, the graphics are a little rudimentary in a way. That it's really patronizing the way he's saying it too. like it's hard to really get that across. I like that they're taking assumed knowledge. For example, how many workers are optimal for the crystals that you have? 24. It is just generally accepted 24, like this many per cluster is what you want. So it says right here, workers, 10 out of 24. So I know that I need 24 and then I'm optimal.
Right.
And I know I need 3 on a refinery and then I'm optimal. It's just, it's put more up front street because I'm a newbie. So obviously now, I'm looking here, I've got my 2 barracks. I got my barrack. I've got my 2 bunkers going up here. I'm feeling good about my defenses. I've got my refinery. I've got my supply yard. It's awesome. So let's see what you're doing. Okay, so you've got buildings I don't even recognize with teleport things. You are at 17 of 24 workers, where I'm at 9 of 24. And you're already sending a walker unit up just to get on my dick, basically. You're just sending him up. You could have walked in with this walker and beat.
No, I could not. You did a good thing. You put bunkers at the top, so you'll actually see here in a second. He's gonna he's gonna go up there and check it out, and then you have your one guy in each bunker, and I'm like, oh, he's got bunkers.
See, I think the best part is I didn't notice him coming towards my bunker. That's really what makes me feel good.
So if you go back down to my area, this was the point.
Okay.
If you look just north of the command center, the Nexus, you'll see a building being warped in called a Stargate. This was the point where I realized, what I'm going to need to do is go around your defenses.
Oh, okay. So you're like thinking strategeries.
Exactly.
I was thinking, at this point in the game, see, you're at still 17-24. I'm thinking,
I'm not doing real good there.
I can't make these bunkers disappear for some reason. I thought there was a thing that made them sink into the ground so I could walk past them, but I can't. So maybe I should delete a bunker? So eventually that bunker is going to disappear. Meanwhile, you've just got like stuff going on here. Like, you've got dudes and a guy.
Interesting fact: if you have dudes, that ends up playing well to your strengths.
So here's your first. So now you've got 3 dudes that with legs. You've got one dude kind of hanging out here sipping his coffee. Probably a little upset that I killed the consultant you sent in.
Really, that was a mistake.
I'm like, I got a dude in each bunker. I've deleted my 3rd bunker because I don't remember how to make it sink into the ground.
Well, no, never mind. It's the supply depots. So your little home buildings, they're the ones that sink into the ground.
Oh, it's the supply depot. See, I did that back in Starcraft 2 a year ago when I played. So I'm basically right now. Okay, so here comes you're sending another probe up. I don't know why.
Oh no,
just to be a dick.
No. He's gonna build some stuff near your base so it's easy to get to you. That's called a.
Oh right, you were afraid you weren't.
Proxy pylon.
Yeah, so I'm like, here, I'm going to send a little soldier out there. I'm going to see what's going on out there, and you just murdered him, like right away. So here's your flyer at the edge of the map. He's just doing his thing. Let's see how your arm. Oh wow, look at that! You've got guys with blades on the ends of their arm. You've got things teleporting in. You've got buildings I've never seen before. I still have my barrack.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, I'm building a factory now, which won't be able to do shit for me until I build an engineering bay. But I won't learn that till later. The master stroke is coming. These 2 flyers are just hanging out. You're like, oh, okay. I'm standing there.
Go.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this is great.
No, I think this was the moment where I said I was sorry. Like right here, I said I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and I meant
you were
it.
Sorry.
I meant it.
Yeah,
for
look
real.
at all my workers. Everybody's happy. And like, oh, you killed our consultant. Hey, let's talk about that. And you're like, yeah, these flyers, they're pretty much built just to destroy SCVs. Like, look at this. They're vaporizing them. They are vaporizing them. And I say to you, like, oh, well, what do I do when somebody flies in and destroys all of my SCVs? Oh, well, towers, I guess. Like, oh, okay. So you left me 3 just to really layer it in there. And here's your army just hanging around. So what you're seeing here basically is what you imagine is going to happen when you play StarCraft 2 for the first time. And you probably tied a hand behind your back. Like this game's already over. Like, we're done.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much done.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. You're warping guys in.
So I just want to see something here.
Yeah. What's that?
Does that come up on your screen? No. Okay.
What come up?
So press Control A.
Oh, I don't like that at all. What does that mean?
So the left-hand side is the number of units I have.
Okay.
And the right-hand side is the number of units.
Oh, okay. I'm blue, is what you're saying.
Yeah, in this case, you're blue. Okay. We were talking about the game pretty much being over. Yeah. I think that's true.
And then you send your flyers back in, because I'm like, oh, towers. I think I need what building? Engineering, maybe? And like, seriously, you're vaporizing my SCVs in 2 shots. Like, I don't understand how this game. Like, doesn't that put you into? I mean, forgive my ignorance. Doesn't that put you in a position where every single game against, say, these Protoss, if you're Terran or whoever, you basically have to account for these units that will obliterate your SCVs in 2 seconds early in the game. So you're going to be doing the exact same thing at the start of every game.
There's different ways that you can really counter that. So it's a relatively expensive unit to try and get to. So you have to sacrifice some stuff.
All right, this is me trying to figure out like the whole etiquette, because I want to do it right, like
you do. Yeah, you do. I mean, that's the thing, is you have to take that into account. But honestly, there are other ways that you could kind of rush. So you could do a 4-gate instead, what's called a 4-gate, where you just build a bunch of units that don't fly. That's one of the reasons that the scouting part is so important early on, because having somebody there to see what your opponent is doing, it's pretty important.
Yeah, apparently. I think I could have had the Eye of Sauron sitting in the middle of your base. It wouldn't have mattered, because like, I don't even know what these buildings mean. You've got, why do you have 6 of the same thing?
That's how you have more guys. So, I mean, that's just the more of those barracks or warp gates you have, the more units you can produce at a time.
you're what's wrong with video games. Like, why can't people just casually play things and not get better at them? And we have this like a discovery together. Like,
here's the thing. Here's the annoying thing. In like 2 weeks, you would destroy me. Like 2 weeks top, and I would have to watch it. Like we'd play every couple of nights, and I'd have to realize that you were just accelerated. Like you'd study all the blogs, you'd learn the one build to build, and then you'd just come in and you'd be like, and I would quit Starcraft forever.
Yeah, who has that kind of time? Although that would match our old Rise of Nations arc.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Who has the time? That's the problem. So there you go. That's what one-on-one StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm looks like when you've got someone like me playing someone like Shawn Sands. This is your worst nightmare. This is your online gameplay experience. This is basically it. So next up, we're going to combine forces.
Yes.
You will be the master and I will be the Padawan.
Okay.
And we are going to go online into a ranked match. Now I'll be interested to see how it takes total moron and guy who knows what he's doing and somehow balances that to play against other human beings. So we'll be back soon.
I'm excited.
All right. And we are now back. We have just gone from me getting steamrolled to a different sort of outcome. This is me and Shawn Andrich and Shawn Sands. Shawn is Elysium GWJ, and he is the one that carries the team. We are up against two rando pubs, I guess you'd call it in the parlance. And so immediately, Shawn, you're kind of giving me some hot tips.
Yeah. So this solid GL there.
Thank you.
By the way.
So I said GL. I'm like, how do I do this? How do I? How are you supposed to start these things? So GL.
Etiquette wise, just really good. And Blue's right back at you. He's like, GL.
Yeah, he's like GL.
So my suggestion was let's keep it simple, which is just build the hell out of Marines. Like that's the go-to win button for Terran. Just if all else fails, just send Marines at it because you can't lose with Marines.
No, you can't. And a lot of them. It's called a Marine rush. That's like a classic StarCraft thing. A lot of people think it's a Zerg rush.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's really all about the Marine rush. You said, you know what? You just patted me on the head. You said, hey there, Scout. Hey, buddy. Make some Marines. Just make as many as you can, and we'll just be fine, Tiger. So.
And so my big plan is in between our two bases here is I'm going to block this area off and just put cannons so that when they inevitably attack us up the middle, cannons, there, bam, dead,
done. This game is already won. So I'm just going to jump the camera over to see what they're doing. So they've got a barracks being built. They're kind of doing the same thing you did, building barracks right up the middle. And, the other guy, he's just doing his Protoss thing, collecting stuff, and he's doing his thing, and he's just building barracks right away. And see, now they're both building stuff in the middle. Now, on our side, you're building stuff in the middle,
right?
Whereas I am just, like,
and that's
how many workers should I have? I'm still stuck on how many workers I should have.
Well, you've got about as many as me. Yeah. I mean, so you're really this is what I was talking about. One game in, and you're already look at all your workers. They're all mining. You have gone from this sort of capitalist too many managers approach to look, just everybody's a worker. Yeah, get it done, guys.
It's true, and I'm just sort of. See, my problem right now is at this stage of the game, I'm still hunting through menus trying to remember where stuff is, whereas I can hear your mechanical keyboard in the background just banging away at shortcuts and just nailing it. Practically playing the piano. So you've got a nice little middle going. Let's see what they're doing up here. So up there, they've got a barracks. They've got that thing, a bunker, a gateway.
So here's why what they're doing is better.
Okay.
Because as you will find out later, when we want to leave this area, all these buildings are essentially permanent. So one of the first things I would need to do to get out of this area is blow up my own buildings.
Right.
However, if they want to come out, all they do is lift off.
Just lift them up. They can do that.
Pick them up.
Now, I'm noticing that the Terran player, Timberwolf, he's got a mule going as well. He's got one of those extra dudes. I didn't do that.
So if you look at his base, it has a big satellite dish on top.
Yeah.
And that allows you to do two things. It allows you to drop those mules, and it also allows you to scan. So later on, he's going to scan our base and see what we're doing. And the reason he can do that is because he has that orbital. You could have done that too.
You didn't tell me to do that.
So I made the faulty assumption that you were occasionally clicking on your command center. If you click on your command center, you see these little buttons B and P, and those upgrade your command center.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that thing. It's just I was so focused on making Marines, I just really wasn't looking back.
Right.
I wasn't seeing past the end of my nose. I was just following order. I was keeping my head down, keeping my stick on the ice, trying to keep my head up. It's the best I could do.
If we look at your base real quick, I like this. I hadn't considered this as a strategic option. We've blocked off the middle really solidly here, but you've got this second line of defense. You've decided to block off, just double block. Like if everything falls up front, they're going to get there and go, oh, shit.
Yeah, well, it's called coward strategy, where you assume your main strategy will fail, and so you have to look after your own interests.
Were you concerned I might attack you?
No, when I see your name, I associate that with fear, a certain predatory sort of experience. So yeah, no doubt. I'm going to jump back up. So they've got a nice mix. See, I think the key thing here is on their team, they're both doing... Okay, he's lifting off his barracks now. Where's this going?
Oh, he's putting down... He's expanding his barracks.
Okay, right.
We haven't really talked about that.
The other thing I wanted to mention, too, is he's only got 12 of 24 collecting minerals at his main base there. And then he's already built a second base. Way ahead of me. Like, I do build a second base eventually. Spoilers, but not for, way later. Some may suggest too late, but we'll get to that eventually. So now you've got some turrets going. You've got a thing, a forge, a gateway, cybernetics core. That all looks good. I'm saying them out loud because I still don't know what they do, but it sounds good when I say it.
I've just popped that Stargate thing again. So if you look back at my main base, you'll see Stargate, because that's just how I'm going to roll till people stop me.
Okay.
Is because I'm thinking, let's get a little distance between us. Let's harass them.
So Stargate, what is the Stargate? That's the flying thing.
That's the flying guys.
Okay, and you're having them you're having them go out, rally at the corner of the map, out of the way. Okay.
Yes.
At this point, we don't know what they're doing. So this noob over here, he's got 27 of 24 workers. What an idiot! So he's got some stuff there, and he's building. So they're both built in the middle. Looks like Red is starting. Timberwolf's starting to move some stuff. Move a couple Marines out. Let's see how I'm doing on Marines here. I've got 2. 4 in the bunker, in case you decide to turn on me, which could happen. You could just be like, you know what, your liability, I could use your minerals. Let's get on that. That's a possibility. What is a Zel Naga tower? Is that just for scene?
So what you see, he's got that. It looks like 2 little eyes in the middle of the map. When you own that, you have vision inside that circle. So if we suddenly decide to push out into the middle, they'll know about it if they remember to check their mini.
Okay, now you just pulled a whole whack of guys off your minerals. You've only got 8 of 24 now.
I'm transferring.
You're just going to the other base there, just to kind of spread it out a bit. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And then in the middle, you've got all this purple stuff going on.
It's less than ideal. Now I've sort of blocked myself in.
Yeah. I was going to say something.
I could hear you thinking it through and being concerned.
So he's got his 2 barracks that are upgraded. He's got his 2 flying starports. God, Starcraft players are just dying listening to me talk about what's going on. He's got his fly buildy things.
Okay, so going in up at the top here, going to do some harassment. Okay, here we go. With these guys.
This was very effective against me in our game.
Yeah. So the thing to remember about these guys, these oracles, is they're actually casting units. They don't attack on their own. They use up energy, so they've only got a limited amount of attack.
Oh, is it the purple bar?
Yeah.
Oh,
so see, he's moving his Marines in here. Yeah. I back off. Now watch this move. Pro move coming up. No, I'm going to go down here and shoot your other guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was a good moment for me.
Yeah, that was it. I'm going to call that the peak moment of this game. It doesn't get any better than this.
Here's the sad part. I can go kill these guys unit, but I'm out of energy. Can't fire anymore.
Okay,
so
you have enough energy to slaughter, roughly 20 SCVs. Just you can't do more than that. Right. What a shame. That's really tough.
It's
so they have 2 vibrant bases. You have 2 vibrant bases. I'm still on 1. I'm still thinking... I'm dancing with who brought me. I don't want to get too crazy. That's the thing. When I'm building, even just having 3 barracks going in my base, I feel like it's so audacious. I almost feel like I'm cheating. Because when you're playing the Dune RTS back in the day, you have 1 of each building. You build for those units, and you're good. like the idea of building 6 of something so you can crank units out faster. You know what? No, I'm just going to say it. It feels like cheating. You know what? Pro players, I feel like you're cheating when you do that.
It's not cheating. I mean, look at how many, just the ridiculous number of Marines you have now, because you have 3 barracks and they're pumping them out. Yeah. It's like at least a dozen.
Yeah, I forgot until the end there's an add-on you can get for your barracks to let you pump out 2 at once. So could have been doing better. Right. As far as that goes. So you've got a decent amount of guys. But you know what? I got to say, if I'm being honest here, I feel like Blue's army looks better than yours right now. Like they've got three walker guys. Like
let's see what he has.
It's the giant walker guys that scare me. The Colossus, like that's intimidating. Like those guys they got appendages.
They're very War of the Worlds.
Yeah, they got stuff going on, and meanwhile I'm just cranking out little guys, little men, who the last game I played were vaporized in about 10 seconds. So you could understand. Where I'm looking at all these robot guys, and I'm like, yeah, this is great. We're gonna be fine.
So if you press the U button, you can pull up and you can see what each player has. So now, I'm more heavily relying on some of these void rays, oracles, things like that. But he's pumping up. He's got 4 Colossus, he's got 7 Stalker, 8 Zealots. He's got a good mix of stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind of all over the place, but I mean, it's just not focused. I don't like that.
He doesn't have a focused strategy, which unlike me, I'm laser focused. Like
right, I love that about you. Look, you are all your SCV and Marine, and that is it.
I'm like a Gollum. You like set me to Marine. Like if the StarCraft 2 was a bad late night commercial, you'd be like, crazy Shawn left the Marine machine on overnight again, and now we got to sell them all at half off. They just have so many, and yeah, see his War of the Worlds thing was great. I'm jealous. I finally started my other base. You guys are already depleting your first and second bases.
Yeah. And this is where it starts. For about a couple of minutes here, I've been thinking, boy, it would be nice to be able to get a probe through and open up some new bases, but I can't do that because my guys don't fly. My super advanced buildings, they just sit stuck to the ground like idiots.
Well, you can teleport stuff though. I mean, that's now. See, now they have a nice healthy. Like, see, he's got flyers. He's got walker guys. He's got marauders. He's like, look at all this stuff.
He's just
like, I'm sorry, Shawn, but Blue just looks like he's outgunning you. Like, I mean, like I what I was thinking at this point in the game, I've got all my Marines, you've got all these guys. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna lose. Like, Shawn's already harassed them. He's already been talking up the fact that he went and he's already killed their economy with his flyers. He's like, yeah, we're doing good here. This is great. I'm like, awesome. And I'm looking at the red army coming forward.
I got to be honest with you. If we're looking at it honestly, and you're watching this video, you probably look at this and thinking, I'm worried for the Shawns at this point.
Did you just blow up your own building?
Yes. So that was something I had to do to get out.
Wow. Brimming with confidence is how I'm feeling right now. Like, I'm feeling safe under the, and the best part is Blue's like, you go ahead, Red. You just move up a bit, and I'll just hold back. It's hilarious. Don't even worry about it. So the best part, though, I think the best part is like, you're like, let's go take a look at him.
It still seems like a good idea.
Yeah, because at this point, like, I'll switch it to my viewpoint. So at this point, all we can see is our awesome army with my many Marines hanging out, and we're like, yeah, awesome. Let's get these jokers. Like, you look over here, their base, they got nothing. Shawn's already pounded them. We're good.
Yeah,
no problem.
I feel like this is a point where I should point out, while despite what we saw earlier in this broadcast, I'm actually ranked silver, which is pretty bad.
It's horrifying to me that you stomped me that quickly, and you're like, yeah, I'm not very good at this.
I'm pretty bad. So let's check this out and see how we do.
Yeah, I'm walking in, I'm like, well, how does it look? You're like, well, I don't know, it could be all right. And then no, never mind, pull back.
I was lying.
My Marines can't even get into the fight. Like, they're so blocked by your guys who've all been slaughtered.
Well, we've done about 5 things wrong there. So we fought in the choke point.
Yeah.
They did a good job of now here's where I think they're smart. They see they have completely destroyed all of our forces. So you know what they do? They do the nice thing. They just come kill us.
Yeah. Now. They don't drag. They don't. I love the way the walkers just walk on up. They're just like, hey. I'm like, how do you counter these? You're like, what do I throw at these guys? You're like, anything. Which to be blunt, I felt like was a little fatalistic.
Well, I just wanted action. At that point, I really wanted to see some action.
Yeah, well, you got your action, no doubt about that. Because they split up. Red's like, okay, I'll go take care of this purple dumbass, and you go just.
Yeah, he's lifting stuff up. It's some coordination on their part. Now, for example, here's a good opportunity. You might have sieged up those tanks.
I did siege up one of them. I didn't realize I had 2 others built.
Oh, he must have died earlier on. I see. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I had 1 sieged up, which again, that should be fun. Like 1 barracks, 1 factory. Maybe if you want to get fancy and do some upgrades, that's it.
This is just good manners by us, because we've been embarrassed, but we're grown-ups.
Yeah,
we're gonna leave.
We're not. Yeah, I'm not cursing at you and telling you that you failed us both.
Not now.
Making all Marines. What were you thinking? Even I knew that was stupid. I didn't say any of that. I could have.
No, you
it would have been justified, but I didn't.
Would it have?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
Look at these guys. Look at these laser beams shooting into our base. This is horrendous.
I like Colossus. They're pretty good. Turns out they're pretty good.
Yeah, they just look so great. So, it's hard.
Good times.
I feel like I'm at the base of Mount Everest. I could suit up, I could limber up, I could get in shape, I could do my cardio, and I could start to climb. But the top of that mountain's so high up, and I know I'll never get to the peak because I have a job. And such.
I feel like you're being judgmental.
I'm just saying, if you're really good at Heart of the Swarm and you crush my base in 10 minutes, maybe you're a loser socially. So there. Yeah. You know what?
What?
Sour grapes.
You feel better now, because that's been brewing in you for a good hour.
Yeah,
a good solid hour
since we launched the friggin' game. So there you go. That is our Heart of the Swarm experience, as you'd like to call it. I call it a humbling. It's not. I don't play Starcraft 2. I humble Starcraft 2. It's just something that I do with this series. I refuse to get good at it. I feel like it's a point of pride at this point that I don't get good at this game.
You're really nailing that goal. I want to congratulate you on that, because you're all over that goal.
Sticking the landing every single day. That's what I'm all about. So hey, in April, Age of Empires 2 HD's coming out. Looking forward to that. Building some walls.
Yep. Arrows.
Loving walls. Can't walk over a wall with a giant metallic death machine.
You could, but I just don't think they have them in that game.
Exactly. And that's what's important. I understand bows and arrows. I don't understand what these are. So there you go. That's our Heart of the Swarm. First look, hot exclusive. You've never seen this game streamed before in your life, so I hope you enjoyed watching 2 pros bro it up, get out there, crush it. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, Shawn.
Yeah, feeling good about myself.
You own that Silver League. You don't let them. I do. That's a gray hair thing. You can't be silver unless you have gray hair, right?
So far, that's the only way I can. I just look ugly with a bronze beard or a gold beard. It just fits my who I am.
That's fair enough. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you later.